Alright, hello everybody, my name is Globe, and on this week's blog post, I decided to do something a little bit different, and I'm going to do this in audio form, just because I haven't really written anything for the previous week, and I just don't want to make another combined week or something like that. So I decided that it would be easiest to do an audio form for this week's sort of winter anime impressions and stuff, just so I can get this out as soon as possible, and that's about it. So I was really busy last week, and like again, anime sort of took a backseat. So I finally caught up with everything that I was watching besides Black Clover, and yeah, so my voice might sound a little weird because I'm sick currently, but you just have to bear with it for right now. Sit this week. This episode was fine. I don't want to say this is my favorite arc, but to be honest, I think it is. But yeah, it was a fine episode. Everything I remember from the manga, and this arc's probably gonna last like another episode or two, maybe. Because I forget how long the twins arc is, but overall, not a bad episode. Has some good moments. Just when they're waiting for the bus and stuff. So yeah, it was okay episode. Nothing too bad. May kissing, I forgot her name, the pink haired girl. That part's always so stupid and always so funny. It was fun to see it animated. But yeah, like I said, it was a good episode. Not too bad. And looking forward to the next one. Alright, so Dangashi Kashi 2. We get a new character, which was actually not too bad. I actually do like the new character. I really liked the character last week, and I really like the character this week too. So yeah, we got a new character, Saya, I think that's her name. She finally got some more competition, like she needed more. But yeah, this episode was fun. There's some candy trivia, but overall it wasn't too bad. I will say that I'm probably enjoying this season more than last season, just because of the shorter amount of time. So yeah, I think I talked about that a lot more in the original post I did about the show. But yeah, this episode was alright. Nothing too much to say. The new character is pretty interesting, and kind of her backstory and stuff. And I'm really wondering when Hotaru is actually going to come back, because it's been like 4 episodes, maybe. Not sure. It's been a while though, so I'm looking forward when she comes back. All right, so Darling in the Franxx. This week's episode was the occasional beach episode, and it wasn't too bad. Usually I don't mind beach episodes. I actually really enjoyed them, and like I said, this episode wasn't bad. It was really entertaining and kind of just heartfelt, I guess. Sort of just the calm after the storm or before the storm, whatever. But yeah, it was definitely interesting, and we sort of got to learn more about the world the guys live in and stuff. So it's official that 02 and Hiro are now a pair, so that's nice. And like I said, overall this episode was pretty solid. I enjoyed pretty much everything about this episode, and there's nothing really else to say. I had nice fan service, and the scenery was really nice too. So yeah, overall it was a solid episode. There's kind of some like minor things that are like become questions, or are going to become like important things later on. I forgot her name, but the one that shares the Franxx with the chubby guy. I'm pretty sure she kept that How to Bear a Child or How to Expect a Child or something, that book. I'm pretty sure she kept up with she didn't keep up with that. I'm pretty sure she just kept the book. So that's something that's probably going to be important later on. But yeah, like I said, good episode. I enjoyed it, and hopeful for next week, I guess. We're looking forward to next week. So next thing is Hakata Tokutsu Ramen. I can't even pronounce these. But yeah, this episode is good too. We learned more about Mushroom Haircut Guy. We sort of learned that he came from a rich family, and basically his dad wanted him to die. Want to kill his, the dad wanted to kill his son, essentially. But yeah, this episode is really entertaining. I enjoyed it a lot. It's kind of interesting to see a hacker battle, and it's nice to see like a hacker battle that's not like overblown or like exaggerated as you guys see in like Western shows and stuff. So it's nice to see something, kind of like a little bit more basic, But yeah, like I said, this episode was really enjoyable. I liked it a lot, and looking forward to next week. Actually, I was really hyped at the end of this episode. All right, so Hakume to Mikuchi. This episode was, pretty all right. Both parts were actually pretty cute with the beetle and I believe it's a jerboa or a kangaroo rat, whatever that is. A lot of people thought that she was a bunny, which is understandable, just by how she looks. But I'm pretty sure she's like a jerboa or a kangaroo rat, mainly due to her actual feet, because bunnies' feet are definitely not like that. But like I said, it was a cute episode. It was enjoyable. It kind of makes me question how houses are based off of in this world, because if your house is in a tree, if you're the first person, do you own that tree? And can you sort of build other rooms and sort of make it like an apartment complex or something? That's something interesting that I thought of. Because in this episode they find out that there's a whole bunch of rooms in their house, and like I said, it's like, do they own the tree, or something like that? So I mean, if they own the tree, then I think it's best to pay some rent, become a landlord. But like I said, it was a cute episode. I enjoyed it. It wasn't too bad, and that's really all I have to say about it. All right, so Ito Junji collection. To be honest, the last 2 weeks of Ito were actually really fucking good. Not like, they were both good. They were both really solid episodes. At least like the segments that were in it. Because last week's, the first segment I didn't really care too much about, but I really liked the second segment. And then 2 weeks ago, I think it was the second segment was really good. Even the first one was alright. But this week was kind of to be honest. I'm kind of having trouble remembering the first story. Oh wait, it was the caterpillar or something. Yeah, that was okay. And then the second part, I like the concept too. The circus, and like they're actually seeing people die or something like that. I don't know, that was interesting for the most part. But yeah, it was an episode this week. Because I thought the last 2 episodes were really good, and then this week was kind of whatever. But yeah, there's nothing really else to say. So I'll just move on. Alright, so Karikai Jozo no Taki-san. What was this? I'm remembering this week's episode because I'm recording this on Monday. I'm drawing a blank on what this episode was actually about. Oh, it was during summer, yeah. Okay, I remember now. It was about like swimsuit shopping. This episode was cute. It was enjoyable. It's kind of more or less the same. A chapter I'm looking forward to getting animated is when they go to the pool, because that's one of my favorite chapters. Other than that, more or less the same. Alright, so next, Koi wa Amigari no Yune, or After the Rain, I believe it's the English title's name. I thought this episode was fucking beautiful. I thought the music, the animation, just sort of the general tone, I thought it was fucking great. And to be honest, last week I'm kind of considering changing what I thought was the best of the week, because like I thought this episode was better than last week's episode, but I don't think that this week's episode was the best episode for this week. Kind of weird, I know. But I thought this episode was fucking fantastic. I thought it was a great episode. I really enjoyed it. When the orchestra version of the ED song played, oh man, that felt, fucking, that was really, really good. But yeah, like I said, I love this episode. I thought it was great. That was fantastic. like I said, probably better than last week's. The reason why I like last week's episode so much was kind of like the amount of dialogue that was said, but like how kind of important the episode was to certain characters. Because like I said, like there's like almost like there was like little to no dialogue in last week's episode, and for that sense, I really enjoyed it. And then like this week's episode, it was just like everything really felt completed, and it was just done, like executed really good or extremely well. And overall, I just really enjoyed this episode. That was great. All right, so Coco, or whatever you want to call it. This episode was really interesting because it just adds like a bunch of twists and turns into the story. I'm pretty sure Grandpa is going to be sort of out of the, I forgot what it was called, but you know where they are. I'm pretty sure Grandpa is going to be pushed out. So it's really a lot of twists and turns. We find out, I forgot her name. You guys probably know who I'm talking about. We found out that she has abilities too, so that's pretty interesting. Makes me question why didn't she show it earlier. But yeah, so she essentially has abilities, and I'm guessing that she can make herself lighter or something like that. Anti-gravity or some sort. Something like that. So, but yeah, it was interesting, and it was an enjoyable episode overall. So looking forward to next week. All right, so now it's Machen. This episode was about the Russian group, which was actually really funny, just because like of how idiotic they are in general. Because usually when you get Russian characters, they're sort of more on the serious side and like more on the tougher side. And for this show, it's just like they're a bunch of idiots for the most part. So I found that really enjoyable. But yeah, this episode wasn't half bad. We got some background information on one of the characters, and the reason why she's participating, and sort of her wish, if she does win, which I doubt. But it was an interesting, episode, and it was actually really funny too. So I enjoyed this episode a lot, and I think that's all that happened. I don't know, at the pace that Machen is at, I feel like the show would be better if it was 24 episodes, and I'm pretty sure it's only like 13. So because like we're already on episode 7, and we're only on like the first round of the tournament. So I feel like it would have been better if it was 24, just because like everything else would be fleshed out. In my head, I'm guessing like how it's going to be fleshed out, and we're just going to leave a lot of characters undeveloped. It's pretty obvious that USA is probably the main enemy at the end, so, or like the organization of the fairy tales or whatever. But yeah, it's kind of, I feel like the pacing is going to be a little weird moving forward, so that's about it. Mira no Kaikara, or How to Raise a Mummy. This episode is really cute, and we actually finally get the last character, which was Mr. Sleepyhead. But yeah, it kind of sucked about his situation, where basically he just got nightmares like all the time, and he couldn't sleep at all. So yeah, that sucks for him. But yeah, this was a cute episode. It was pretty enjoyable, and I'm glad that we finally got the last character, so we can have all of them sort of interact with their, I guess, spirits, monsters, whatever you want to call them. So yeah, it was a nice episode. I enjoyed it a lot. I'm looking forward to their character actions in the future. So yeah. Alright, so Mitsubishi Colors. Trying to remember what the episode was about. Because okay. Yeah, okay, I remember now. Because like I read some manga chapters before it, and I'm kind of remembering the manga chapters, so I'm not remembering what the anime chapters came. Yeah, but I remember now. So it was about finding a straight man, and also the lottery. So finding a straight man, that was pretty enjoyable, pretty funny. They went to the museum, which is a clever joke right there. Well, yeah, that part was fine. It was good. But why? Every time I think your name's you or Red. Every time she said that was funny. But yeah, the first half was enjoyable, and the second half was actually one of my favorite chapters, just because of the punchline in the end. And yeah, it was fun. It was fun seeing it. animated and stuff. So, alright, Pop Team Epic, fucking based as always. Ramen Daisuke Kozumi-san. I'm trying to remember what this episode is about too. Okay, I think I remember now. It was summer break, or at least somewhere in summer. Okay, I remember the end segment, because the end segment was with the group of guys and sort of talking about ramen. I think earlier was about glasses and Koizumi-san talking about their future and stuff like that. But yeah, it's more or less the same. I enjoyed both segments. I thought they were enjoyable. And nothing really else to say. Ryu Soji anime. This episode was really entertaining. It was kind of the episode dedicated to, I forgot her name, but if you watch the show, you probably know who I'm talking about. But yeah, so it was an episode dedicated to her, and I actually thought it was really good. Like, the show's weird. It has some okay episodes, some really good fucking episodes, and then some really bad episodes. And this was kind of in the rank of the really good episodes. Because, like, it's kind of, like, hard. Because, not hard, but I guess disappointing. Because we can see where this show has, it has potential to be really good. And it shows that potential that can be really good. But that potential is not met, like, every episode. Which is a shame. But, like I said, this episode is really good. Really enjoyable. The character itself. Do I think she's going to go pro? I mean, maybe. But sometimes, there's just people who can't go pro. And just not destined to be pro. If everyone can be pro, then no one's going to be pro. But yeah, like I said, this episode, I enjoyed it a lot. I also enjoyed her sort of savage burn to Ai. The Red Eyes Ai. That was really funny. I'm glad my first game's against you, so I can have a warm-up. So that was really nice. But yeah, like I said, it was a really solid episode. Probably the second best or the best episode for the series. But like I said, it was really good. Alright, slow start. Okay, yeah. This is a Hana-based episode, which is actually nice because, Hana, she's the main character, but I feel like she's getting sort of the treatment that Akarin got in Yuri Yuri. Where, like, she's not really important at all. Because, like, at this point, it's kind of like the Echo show, which is fine because I like Echo. But, it's nice to see Hana actually got some spotlight. But, yeah, this episode was really fun with Hana and her interactions with her classmates. It's also nice just to see the classmates in general. Because, like, one of the biggest things I like about this show is that they sort of didn't, like, skimp out on the classmates. Like, they didn't give them all a generic design. All of them are sort of unique in their own way. So I'm glad that we got to meet, like, a few of them. And, yeah, like I said, this episode was nice. It was fine. It was funny. It was enjoyable. They also went bathing suit shopping, sorry. And, yeah, that was an enjoyable part, too. So yeah, looking forward to next week. Alright, so next was Sora. And Sora was a really funny episode. With sort of the hijinks on the boat. And sort of just them getting seasick for the whole entire time. So yeah, that was a really funny episode. It was really enjoyable. The end part when they were sort of going outside with the waves and stuff, that part was great also. But yeah, it was overall a really good episode. I enjoyed it a lot. And it seems like we're going to be finally at Antarctica next episode. Also, we learned what happened to, what's her name, Shiori, I think? Shiori's mom. We finally learned what happened to her. So we can pretty much say that she's dead. If she's not dead, then, she's a fucking legend. But yeah, overall, it was a good episode. Alright, so Takunomi. This episode was pretty fun, with the, I forget her name. She reminds me of Kanade from Kokomachi no Dandelion. But anyways, we follow her with her job, which is basically a Starbucks. But yeah, this episode was fine. I usually rank Takunomi on the lower side, if not dead last in every ranking. And it's not that I don't like the show, because I think the show's fine. It's just that, like, compared to everything else, it's kind of, like, really bland. Like, it's probably, like, average at best. And to be honest, some episodes I just find really boring. It might just be just because I don't really drink. And then this episode was about coffee, too, and I don't drink coffee either. But, you know, it's not like I hate the show, because I think it's not bad. But, like, compared to everything else this season, I don't really think it's on that level. So that's kind of why that's kind of why Taku no Mi is kind of on the lower side of every, you know, weekly list. So, but yeah, this episode was fun. It was fine. I kind of would like more episodes where all the characters are interacting, not just like a certain few. But, what can you do? So yeah, that was a right episode. Alright, Toji no Miko. This episode was a really big info dump on basically everything that happened. So, like, at the pacing we're going, it's pretty obvious that, I forgot her name, but the, you know, one-eyed girl. One eye's covering her hair, and you guys know what I'm talking about. It's pretty obvious that at the pace we're going, that she's not going to be the main villain of the show. Like, it seems like she's kind of the mid-boss, and then they're going to go to a main villain. Like I said, it's kind of like at the pace, like we're almost at 12 episodes in. We already got the backstory, and this series is 24 episodes. Yeah, but yeah, like I said, this is a really huge info dump. It was actually really entertaining and really informative, and I thought it was pretty solid. Originally, I thought that I forgot the main character's name. When she was talking to kind of that spirit or ghost in her dreams, I honestly thought that that girl was going to be sort of like the last person to hold that blade or something like that. You know, kind of like, yeah, well, I mean, yeah, like what I'm trying to say, sorry, is like I said, like she's talking to the previous owner of that blade and stuff like that. I thought that's how it was going to be. But apparently it's her mom, but that was pretty interesting too. But yeah, like I said, overall, it was a really interesting episode. Just a huge info dump in general, and it wasn't half bad for the most part. So yeah, looking forward to how it's going to be next week. Alright, so next is Violet Evergarden, and to be honest, I really enjoyed this episode. I really liked it. I guess I loved it. The animation was fucking gorgeous. It was fucking great. Especially the lake scene. Yeah, that was amazing. But yeah, like kind of the story that was told this episode, I'm kind of a sucker for it, to be honest. Like whenever that episode, like that kind of story is told, I really enjoy it. And I don't tear up every time, but actually I didn't tear up this episode either. But yeah, I just enjoy the story that's kind of, you know, being told. I just like accepting death in general. I like those stories. And the thing about Violet this episode was that she was really emotional, or at least she showed a lot of emotions. And it kind of, I don't want to say that it came out of nowhere, because, you know, in previous episodes she's showing more and more emotions. But it's kind of like, it's kind of growing into it quick. Like, it was like, I don't know, 3 episodes ago when she was with the short-haired girl, and she barely, like, knew, you know, what to do, or, you know, how feelings were. And now she's, like, you know, showing, you know, curiosity, or, you know, just in general, just, like, emotions in general. She's just showing, like, a lot of them. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. She also found out that Major is basically dead. So she's going to find out sooner or later. And I'm wondering how she's going to cope with it. Because, like, the beginning of this episode kind of feels like that happens after the rest of this episode. You know, you get what I mean? Because Violet's kind of just writing the screenplay. And yeah, Violet's basically writing the screenplay. And then, like, at the beginning of the episode, it's kind of just, like, you know, the crew watching the play. So, you know. So it makes me wonder, like, I guess Violet's going to be okay at the end or something like that. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm interested. All right, so next was Wamuji Pedal, Glory Line. And this episode was kind of what I expected. I kind of expected an episode before we get to day 2. And overall, it's fine. It was a good episode. We had to see Onoda's mom again, which was nice. She kind of just gave like inspiring words to the team. I kind of wish like the whole team was there, and like maybe not Koga, because Koga's not racing in the Inter High. And I kind of wish it was kind of the whole team instead of what we got. But whatever. I really want to see Midoshi. I was gonna call him Mito. I kind of just want to see Mito actually win something. Because like at the state that Mito's in, I don't want to call him a jobber, because really he isn't. He's just really like lost 2 races, important races, but just only 2. But it just feels like he's been losing a lot recently, which is weird to say, because like before the day 1 race, the last race we saw him in was, I guess, against Naruko, which he won. But yeah, I don't know. I just want to see Mito win something, because like honestly, he's kind of like the best character currently. But yeah, so I'm ready for day 2. Actually, I already watched the this week's episode, so I already know kind of what happens. But yeah, that this episode was fun. It was good. It was okay. So nothing special, but again, it was nothing horrible or anything like that. I guess that's about it. Alright, and lastly, finally, we have Yuri Camp, which was, I don't want to say filler either. I feel like the 2 words that most anime fans don't know how to use is filler and jobber. But I might talk about that in the future. Anyways, but this episode felt kind of like a budget-saving episode, I'd say. Because it was full of quality, and overall it didn't really look that great. I mean, it does what it's supposed to do, but anyways, it was fine. It was testing. Not really a lot of camping going on, but it is kind of just like the stepping stone of a future camping trip. So yeah, it was an okay episode. Nothing amazing, but it was still enjoyable. It's nice to see the hijinks between each character and stuff. There were some good jokes too, and overall it wasn't anything too bad, but still nothing amazing. Alright, so that's the whole week. Like I said, I'd like to apologize for this being late. To be honest, it's probably going to be uploaded like Tuesday or Wednesday. I just didn't want to do a cold week again, just because I just didn't. And I don't really know what else to say. On the blog post, I'll have the rankings, just because I think I should at least do the rankings. And then maybe this week I might have time, or maybe next week, to fix last week's impressions and stuff, so I can sort of put the rankings back, in order of if they gone up or gone down, essentially like that. So yeah, but like right now I'm not really in the mood to, because I'm really sick. But yeah, like I said, I just kind of didn't have enough time, or I just didn't have a lot of time last week to actually do this, because I had a bunch of college work, and then my older brother came over during the weekend. So, and when he comes over, I barely have any time to watch anime. So yeah. So anyways, like I said, if you want to see the rankings, you guys can check it out in the blog post below. I'm probably gonna go sleep because I'm tired, and that's about it. So hope you guys enjoy listening to my voice. If you guys like this, then definitely leave some feedback. Sorry, I can't even talk. Definitely leave some feedback on it. And yeah, so if you guys like this method better, then I might just do this instead of writing it. But at the same time, I'm asking an audience of 0 people. So yeah. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next week.